Okay. But yeah, so Fat Free Water's here, so if you guys have any questions, you can ask. Dad joke. Okay. This is a really cool case. I got to see it ahead of time, but... Hello, Mika. What's up? Check this out. Check this out. "3D printed case." Wait. Where's Fat Free Water? Fat Free Water. Where can they get more information on this? Yeah, it's 3D printed. I don't know if you guys can see this. Yeah, right? Super cool. Yeah. So, I'll be honest with you guys. Fat Free Water asked me to build it, but if you have any questions, ask him. Because all I know is that it's a 3D printed case based off the Avalon. And it's for a friend. And if you're like, what kind of 3D printing? What kind of... I have no clue. I don't know anything. Unfortunately, I'm useless like that. I don't think there's even like a formal product or IC page. I think this was more so like printed for a friend to try it out, to make sure everything's working, and then, yeah. But if you have any questions, he is here, so. And he says the only thing worth mentioning, the art is done by friend, so. Cool. Yeah, it's... So you could see there are some... Yeah, right there. He's right there. You can see there is like warping here and there, but I mean, you know, I'll point it out, but only because like at first glance it looks like, wow, I can't believe that's 3D printed, but as you look like closer, then you're just like, oh, you know, oh, I can see like where the printing comes in. Sorry, I didn't mean like warping in a bad way, but just like you'll see small details here and there where you can see like the print stuff and you're just like, oh, I see that, right? So, okay, but yeah, so check this out. Whoa. All right, so looks like 65%, but you have like this XT column and you kind of have, but this little macro column is actually separated out, and then this part is a badge, right? So that is the layout. Very cool. Yeah, it does look like metal, right? Really cool. Was there like, if there's like a link, or do you want me to link your Discord? Would that help if people wanted to know more about it? I'd bet my life that's alu copper. Okay, let me... Do you have a Discord link? I'll add that to the command. Oh, wait. Insty? If you could add it to the command. Insty's like, bitch. That's right here. Yeah, so would recommend joining Project W, especially if you have any questions about this keyboard. but here instead you can also put PLA polish primed and printed black so people know. Okay, but anyways, so here's the case. So in terms of layouts, right, 65% you do have a blocker for the arrow key, you have the XT columns, and then you have this cute little badge right here. Very neat. There actually is a slight cherry lip. I don't know if you can see it, especially on this corner. You can see this does slant out, right? Top and bottom bezels are going to be thicker. The side ones are going to be a little thinner. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, I guess, here, let me show you guys what this looks like on my HD camera. Check this out. That looks nice, right? Pretty cool. Yeah, for your guys' information. You might have got there. If you joined from me, it might have been for the Santoriu. Hold on. Nico is my door. Baby, you wanna come in? Little baby. Thanks for the link, by the way. Also, thanks for editing that too. Alright, but yeah, that's the top. Here's a side. So as you can see, this badge does protrude out. You do have this curvy side, right? You can look on this side. Yo, Angel, thank you for the tier 3. Big old tier 3 for 35 months. Hello. Angel, did you know this is a 3D printed keyboard? Is this the future? Okay. Here's the back. So here's where I was mentioning, so you can see, right? And then if you look here, there are like the gaps. So let's see, there's a couple of things worth noting. So you have the 4 case screws, but then you have the 4 weights on the back, and they're all on the outside, right? You do have the circular feet. I can't link my weak auras right now. Oh shoot, hold on. Oh, hold on, let me move that. Let me move it. Let me move it for you, baby. Oh yeah, I move it for you. Come on. I moved it. If you wanna sit here, I moved it. Look at this guy. And that's the same. Okay. But on the back, you have this very cute artwork. Look at it. They kind of remind me of the, like the star candies. Japanese star candies. I can't do it because I'm streaming without a keyboard right now. And then here you can see there are 4 feet, and the weights the weights bend in like that, and then they've snugged the feet in right there. That's a little cute touch. But yeah, all the screws, it looks like, on the outside, or at least there's 8 visible screws on the outside. It is cute. Here's the USB port. So here you can kind of see where it's like wavy, right? Hello, Cozy Ghost, what's up? Centered USB port. This is the front lip. Hello. Hello, everyone. Let's open this. Let's open it. Leave me alone. Hello, Ricky. Also, I didn't say hi, but to Kaiju. Hello, Kaiju. Sorry, I forgot to say hi. Insty? Hello, soundtrack. And she's like, did I stutter? No, no you did not, sir. I don't know. Okay. Okay. So here is a top piece removed. So it looks like the board is bottom mounted. You can see there's 2 screw points for the badge right here. I kept like trying to like see if it was magnetized, but it's actually screwed on, right? Here you can see, oh, so these are probably the posts where it was broken off from the printer, right? That's what you're seeing right there. I'm assuming that's what you're seeing right there. It looks like the case screw points, they are threaded. So if you look really closely, you can see it is threaded, right? How much is this going to be fat-free water? So we can see that this bottom case doesn't have any sidewalls. As you can see like through here. No sidewalls. There's only the top and bottom. So the sidewalls is mainly going to be from the top case. Bottom mounted, we see 4 on top, 4 on the bottom, total 8. Let me take off this. Not a true product. Okay, so you guys get to see test concept. There's actually another brand someone linked earlier. What is it? Do you guys remember from yesterday? They linked a 3D printed keyboard site. Thanks for the follow. And they were selling it for like 300 buckaroos. I forget what the site was called. Oh, so that's really cool. So looking at the bottom case, right? So looking at the internals, you could see there's a bunch of cutouts right here. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah. They're also selling the 3D printed ones. But yeah, this is very crazy. There's a lot of things going on in this bottom case. So first of all, you have this kind of like, what's the name for something like this? But basically, the bottom case is not just, you know, one solid piece, right? I'm not saying it. Okay, but yeah, so you have all these, right? There are little support. So right here, you can see that instead of this just being like an L, it does have these pieces printed on right here, kind of to like offer like support and also give it a slant as well. So instead of doing like the straight L, you can see it's slanted, and then a lot of that structure is supported by these little wedges right here, right? So you have the 4 wedges supporting the back wall, right? So this is where your daughter board would go. These, I'm guessing, are where they were attached onto the 3D printer and then snapped off. You can see that these are also threaded, right? I do like the idea that it's threaded. It looks like the back weight, I can take it off. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. I think that is what Fat Free Water said. I love the case. Ooh. Yeah, it's an alu sheet. So here's the back weight. Cute. So this is not enamel filled. This is actually etched on there, if I had to guess, right? Like laser etched on, right? And yeah, you can see on the weight, you can see the machining. Yeah. Cool. So it's secured onto the case by the 4 case screws. Oh, so if you look here, it's actually a bit different. Or right here, you can see it. The diagonal milling. Cool. So here's the bottom case, right? And then if you look right here, I don't know if you guys can see this, but you see this like line right here? This has actually been printed downwards. So you can kind of see it right here. You can see it's like thick, 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 and then where it starts to slant downwards. Right there. That's a very cool bottom case. Is there a reason you went for the holes right here? I get these, right? But is this for like acoustic or just to save materials? Very cool though. Very, very cool. Oh, if you look here, on this wall, you can actually see right here. I'm guessing these are like almost like points for the case. Well, they don't have it here, so this almost looks like there would have been anchor points on the top case to make sure it like stays in place, but there's none. They're for spruces in case the case wasn't clean. I see. I see. So you added holes in the bottom to make sure that it would be more straight. Got it. Neat. So, unfortunately, Battery Water says this is just a test product to test for hybrid products in the future. So, in terms of the final plan, I don't know what the final plan is for this. But in case you guys wanted to see it like deconstructed, here's what it would look like. The PCB has already been pre-designed, so nothing new, but case 3D printed. Do I look like a man with a plan? I don't know. Do I look like someone who has a clue about your plan? I'm just as clueless as you guys are. But yeah, 3D printed. Is this one also aluminum? I'm gonna take it off. Oh, okay, it is. Yeah, so alu. 3D printed, 3D printed. Not 3D printed, but this is a pre-existing plate and PCB from the Avalon keyboard, if you guys have heard of it. But in terms of the plate, if you guys wanted to see it, you do have these like cuts. So these like relief or plate spring cuts, right? And then little cuts here and there. Otherwise, pretty standard. Very cute. Bottom mounted board. So you can see it would fit right here. And then you would screw it in. Okay. And then for the PCB, also already pre-existing, pre-designed, so I don't know if we need to go like too into it. Oh, is it Karu? BT, thank you for the prime. Hello. Welcome. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy all your emotes. Wait, it's actually Mochin's birthday. The 15th. So it's his birthday right now, but not yet for us. So happy early birthday from the States. Happy future birthday. All right, like here, PCB, hot swap. You got these tabs on the plate, on the PCB. Hold up. Hold up. I'm guessing I will have to snap these off. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Buh. 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 I hate snapping PCBs. Yeah, no flex cut. It looks like there are these the LEDs? You do have a daughter board. There's no actual physical reset button. Also, no indicator. Is there an indicator? No caps lock indicator for those who are wondering. But yeah, PCB. Okay, but that's the breakdown of the board. Let me actually take a picture for social media. And then we'll get going. I don't know if Mochin's like naturally a piece of shit or if he's just been shaped by his environment. But Mochin's not that bad. There's way worse. Mochin, I think you turned out alright, okay? You're okay in my book. Saw the Final Fantasy novelties during keyboard collab. I did see that. Oh yeah, we're good. We're just playing. We've been playing a lot of Played Up and 2 Point Museum, and still building keyboards. Yeah, I mean, we're having fun. Thank you for stopping by. Yo, what's up, Sitch? I'm trying to post. Oh, it's not Fat Free Water. It's Trailblazer. Trailblazer, correct? The printed keyboard. xinxinwong. Interesting? Yes. I'm very excited to build it. First like, are you? You know, my biggest fan is actually my aunt, Lauren's mom. She likes every single thing I ever post. And then once Lauren was like, Mom, you don't have to do that. And she's like, no, I need to support you guys. So cute. Yeah, I feel kind of bad because they told me that whenever I release a new video, they always watch it. And my aunt will always watch it like multiple times, right? She'll just like put it on the background. And so hopefully I haven't said anything like vile. I'm like trying to think of an instance where I might have said something, but yeah. So to kind of give you guys some context, so my mom is the youngest of three. I have my aunt Lynn, who is Lauren's mom, and then I have my aunt Isabel, who doesn't have any kids, and my aunt Lynn is the middle child, older than my mom, but she had Lauren later. Lauren and I are 6 months apart, so my mom was the first to have kids, but I'm only like 6 months older. So me and Lauren have always been like very close. We basically like grew up together. My sister and I are about 2.5 years apart, and her sister are about 4 years. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's do the stabilizers. Hello, Trey Pop. How are you doing? Stab content. Yeah. Oh, I need to ask. Okay. Let me make sure the plate should support both. Yeah, it does. Okay. Gochujang flavored spam. It's not bad. It's funny because whenever I was in LA, I went to go see Frank, Mushiki, and he took me to a spam event. It was like a famous LA chef was celebrating with spam to do the launch of the Korean flavored because they have two of them. And so yeah, I went with him to a spam event to try their like Korean flavored. But it was, I mean, maybe because it was prepared by a professional chef that I was like, oh, tasty, So that could have been part of the experience, but there's a streamer that wanted to take stab content away from chat. I'm glad. That was almost me. Yes, I almost did that. Oxy was being a turd. I almost did it. Yeah, I got to see Frank. So that was nice. Oh, hello. Check this out. This is 3D printed. This weight is aluminum, but this is 3D printed. Cool, right? Hello. Hello. I did good. How are you? I use it a lot when I make fried rice. That sounds good. Maybe I should make some fried rice later. So I don't know what spacebar layout yet, so I'm just gonna go ahead and trim these while I wait. Clip these. Yeah, so I was told that they added holes because it gets really hot, so to prevent like warping, the more holes the better. Ventilation, I'm guessing. More holes, more ventilation because it gets really hot because it's 3D resin printing. Hello, Dave. Dave, are you still on the work schedule from hell? Are you better? So this is actually not a product that they are planning on selling. It's just a test product for future hybrid ones. So this is them experimenting. Hello, Matt. Oh, good for you. You're free. I could go for some fried rice right now. Oh my gosh. I figured out the secret to fried rice is using white pepper, and then also if you want like more oomph, you can add like chicken bouillon. I don't really like adding soy sauce to my fried rice. I know like some people want like that color, but I don't care too much about it. If you're looking for that oomph, you can add chicken bouillon. Which is basically just like MSG, right? Overnights are kind of nice because there's like less people or what? More chill. I imagine it's like either very chill or really stressful. Because I don't know. There's like less people around. Hello, Finn. Finn, do you make matcha? Okay. Oh, hello. Hello. I like hojicha. Oh god. Thank you for the follow. Oh, so that's actually misleading. It's actually bottom mounted. These are just tabs that I have to break off. Yeah, it's just how the PC view is designed. I just haven't broke them off yet. But it is actually bottom mounted. Yeah. So it's bottom mounted like this. Yeah. You were gonna break these tabs off. I just haven't gone around to it. Personally breaking them off is just like yeah, I'm sorry. So this is not actually a product that they're going to be selling. This is only a test product, but to kind of give you like a sneak peek onto like hybrid products in the future, right? Earl Grey syrup's good. Okay, 7U. Got it. The key? Good luck. Oh, have you seen the ones where the bottom comes off? So it's like it has the bottom comes off and you pour it in, you tighten it, and then you flip it, and then it has the thinner spout on the top. Yeah, so you can pour it in without like a funnel, but then you just flip it and then you use the smaller spout. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. I sent it to my cousin, so let's see what she said. It's called I saw it and I was like, I wonder if this is good. I might have skipped it. There's like no way to search, right? If only I like remember the names. Unfortunately, I'm like so bad when it comes to. You know what? I'm just gonna Google it. Google never fails me, even when I search up really obscure stuff. Bottle that opens on the top and bottom. Oh yeah, it's the crew bottle, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so you can see it like opens from the bottom. You can pour it in and then use it from the top. Yeah. There's eyeballs are just yeah, it's Insty one, so he got to pick. Yeah, it opens from the bottom. So you can pour it in. And then you screw it back on and then you can flip it and then pour it. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Sorry, girl. Wait, you're buying it without wait, did you think it was just like an aesthetic looking bottom? I mean, they might have different ones, so hopefully I'm not misleading you. But if it's a one where it's like the bottom is like plastic or like silicone, but it's like glass and has like a stopper, then yeah, that's the same one. Oh yes, the ads. Oh! Yeah, it's a very cute brand. It's a very aesthetic brand. Am I Japanese? Like part of me. I'd say I'm more Kanto and Taiwanese. But do I look Japanese? I don't think I look Japanese. My like great grandmother was Japanese, but most of my family is either from Taiwan or from Hong Kong. Oh, I still need to. Oh, that reminds me. Thank you, Oxy. I need to respond to those embroidery people. They don't have the sweatshirts I want, so I'm gonna see if if we can try and find it. If they're just like, no, then we'll see. Oh, yeah, no. It's my keyboard. It's very cute. Hello, Soy. Oh, wait. Girly. There's a girly pop. Girly pop, I need your opinion because all the... I've had half a girly, but I need your opinion. What color? Am I the girly pop? No. Are you a girly pop? Do you want to be a girly pop? What's up, Soy? How you doing? It's for Ariella studies. My friends say you look like a girl now. Really? Is that what you're trying to go for? Is that like the aesthetic you're trying to go for? I got confused for a second because I saw the VIP and I saw the green name and I thought you were Frank, like Shoney's for a second. I was like, ain't no way Frank has such a thick 5 o'clock shadow. But then I realized, oh, it's Soy's name. Congrats. Yeah, congrats. You remember how you told me that you're a big fan of Skara? He's like trying to lose weight too. Look at you. I saw him recently. Oh, did you? Yeah, he came to Austin recently and we went to Alveus. You're lucky I have finals. Oh. Fat-free water. I think I have CC enabled, but it's not always like the most accurate. Thanks for the follow. I have it enabled, but I think like um you have to enable it on your end maybe. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so it is working. Yeah, so I have a few friends who are hard of hearing, and so I enable the auto captions for them, but I think like you have to enable it for your, oh, if you're on your phone, then yeah. Yeah, sure. Let's see them. Transformation pics are always so like, whoa. Whatever Soy is comfortable with. Do you insta? Me too. A lot of the weight I gained was from hormonal birth control. Buh. No, it's 3D printed and it has like these cute little stars. Yeah, I was gaining like rapid weight on like oral birth control and it was like it was really rough. But since I went on my got my IUD, it's stabled and I've been like slowly losing. But I'm mostly working on like body comp at the moment rather than like rapid weight loss. So it's a work in progress. I feel better, I feel healthier, I feel stronger, but it's kind of interesting watching IED, IUD. IUD is maybe equally worse though. Do you guys want an explanation of what an IUD is? Basically, an IUD is like a T-shaped thing that you stick up into your uterus. Okay, but in order to get to said uterus, you have to go through your cervix through this tiny, tiny hole. So here's your cervix, and here's the tiny hole. So what you have to do is you have to pinch the cervix to open the hole, and then you use this little applicator, kind of like this, and you stick it into the hole, and then you push the IUD out. So it's kind of like, it's like, how do I show you? So it's basically like, okay, watch this. Okay, are you watching? So here's the hole. You stick it in, and then it pops out like this. It pops out like a T. So then it doesn't, yeah. Basically, it's held straight like a tube, and then pops out like a T. And then it's just, here's your uterus, and then here's the IUD. So imagine as a dude, okay, so if you're just like, what the hell is a cervix? What the hell is a uterus? Not the same as your vagina? Imagine someone needed to stick something into your pee hole, but in order to open it, they had to pinch it open, and then you stick the tube up in there, okay? And then it goes all the way in there, and then it umbrellas out, and then you can't push it through. So that's what an IUD is, okay? But that's like way worse in the sense of like for a dude, because that's not supposed to stretch, whereas like your cervix does stretch or dilate, especially during like childbirth, right? But to kind of, in case you guys are like, what the hell is a cervix? What the hell is a uterus? Is a uterus not just the vagina? Like, do I, like, you know? And you do all of that without anesthetics, like, without drugs. Imagine doing all of that, you know, just like, cold, like, you just raw dog it, like, no pain meds, no putting you under, right? Yes, you can share a link of your keyboard, yes. If you guys are like, why the hell would you do that? So, basically, with the IUD, there's different IUDs, right? There's a copper one. Do they warm it up first? No. Oh, wait, that's a really nice purple PC. That looks sick. That's a very nice build. I like that case. So, oh wait, so Dr. Dave is an actual doctor. So if you guys are like, why is Patty making this shit up? Like, he can verify for me, okay? So... And if you're like, wow, Patty, why would you do that? Why would you induce yourself to such pain? Is because there's different types of birth controls, right? But so there's like the oral birth control, which a lot of people take. There's like a shot, there's like a patch, there's like the IUD. So what I have been told, there's been all kinds of like studies and reasons why you would get it, but oral birth control didn't work for me. And that was, I was told, because so there's different side effects, right? Because you're ingesting it rather than the IUD being like localized. but then again, it is a foreign object in your body. So, oh, and guess what? The thing that they use to pinch your cervix open, it's not even like a blunt thing. It's literally like fucking, it's like this sharp pincers that. And then what you have to do, so you basically, you have to lay there. You have to let them like get it out. They have to find it. They have to put the pincers in, pinch it open, and you just gotta hold there until they grab the applicator, and then they have to, you know, go in as you're being pinched open, push it through, and then pull that out, and then unpinch you, and then unclamp you. You're good. It's but if you're just like, why would you do that versus like oral birth control? And so the IUD process is it's painful. It's painful, but it's like, you know, you get it done and then you don't have to worry about it, right? Assuming you don't have any complications, because if you're someone who basically like, you know, isn't very good about taking birth control on time, it's a good alternative. And then nowadays they have different IUD sizes, because there's actually IUDs where it's like, oh, that are smaller. So it's not as painful. Can I ask you the average price of these keyboards? It depends. For a 3D printed keyboard, I'm actually not sure the range because they're not like they're known, but they're not like, I'd say as popular as like aluminum, but aluminum's keyboards, like for the case alone, could range anywhere from like 150 to like 400 case alone, right? And then fully built anywhere from like 300 to like 600, 700. Yes, I'm ready. But basically, I'm sorry I'm like, if this is your first time and you're just like, wow, why am I listening to this? Or, you know, it's educational. I think especially if you're a male having sex with females or you're like active, you should know these things, right? Because I had a discussion recently where, you know, one of my guy friends is thinking about, oh, let's see. Okay, well, they probably say you look like a girl because your hair is so long. Aww. You're looking good, Soy. Wait, you have a great smile. Great smile. Yeah. But if you are like active or if you plan on being active, at least, you know, these are the things you should know. Oh yeah, so what I was saying is one of my friends is looking into getting like a vasectomy because they just had a kid and they don't want any more kids. So he was looking to get like a vasectomy, and all his guy friends were like, bro, don't do it. Bro, just make her go on birth control. Like, why would you mutilate your body? You know, it'd make you like less of a man, you know? Like, then you can't, then you're shooting blanks. Like, just make her go on birth control. And I feel like guys who say that don't know the adverse effects that birth control can have, like, on a female, right? Like, bro, just make her get birth control, just get her, make her get an IUD. And it's like, I feel like if, unless you're with someone who is like going through the complications of like contraceptives, like these are things that you would never really like think about, because it's like, yeah, just make the girl go on birth control, like you just pop a pill, like it's so easy. But there's so many complications, like, you know, you could have blood clots, it could fuck up your hormones, you know, like it could give you like, so they say like, oh, it's not linked to like weight gain, but you know, it's like, and a lot of these effects last months and are very hard to reverse. And they're like, bro, it's not your responsibility, right? It's hers. Like, there's female birth controls out for years. Like, you know, like just make her do it. And it's crazy to me. It was crazy to me hearing that. They were like, it will make you less of a man if you get your things snipped. And it's like, really? Really? It's crazy. But a lot of guys do think like that. Did I make anything else like this? Yes. I build keyboards every Friday and Saturdays. And I also have all my videos on YouTube in case you wanted to watch those. Yeah, it's like, yeah, sure, female birth control has been out for years, but if you actually look at all the studies in regards to female health, it's like so behind in terms of like male health, right? And it's like, yeah, it's like, well, you shouldn't be the one, like, it's your job because you're the one who gets pregnant. And it's like, the fuck you mean? Like, it's both of you. It takes two to tango. Like, what the? And like, she has to carry the baby. All you do is just, you finish and then you're done. It's not like you have to carry the baby. It's like, what the heck? I don't know. I feel like some guys just like piss me off. Just piss me off. I swear, if I had heard these people, I would have been like, you're gonna piss me off. Like, I'm getting mad thinking about it. But a lot of people do think like that, unfortunately. And it's not, sometimes it's not necessarily like malicious, but it's just, you know, they don't know any better, right? And so, unluckily for you guys, you watch a female streamer who is very vocal about, you know, women health. So, you guys will have to hear about my IUD pains, but the way I see it, I'm just educating. I'm just educating you guys. There's apparently gel for birth control for men now. Yeah. I wonder if it's actually, I wonder if people would actually like get it. Yeah, PSA. So I'm sorry if it grosses you guys out. But just know that when you tell, if you just tell your significant other, like, just go on birth control, like, I want you to know that's like, that can be a really fucked up statement. There are so many complications with like birth controls that I feel like if you truly care for your partner, like, you would not subject them to that. Like, yeah, there are some people who like don't feel any effects at all, but you never know. Whereas like Oh my is so funny. One of my friends, Oh my, he got a vasectomy and he was like, best decision of my life. So funny. I don't know if it's, oh, even regular vasectomies are reversible. Yeah. Hello, couple. Wait, I think I missed a question. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, I didn't. Your birds are great. Good job. Thank you. Thank you. Couple, did you see the rubber hose? It's a so cute. It's a so cute. I feel like sometimes his artisans are like so brutal. It's like if you win the last one, you can't win this one. So you really gotta like hone in on the one you want, you know? Do you find it challenging to engage with chat and do your work at the same time? I guess it depends. There are times where like I have to focus, like soldering, for example, but most of my chat, I tell them like, sorry, I can't really like pay attention. Um, I think my streams do go a little longer because I do like yap that a lot, but I mean, as long as there's not like a rush and I don't feel rushed and there is no rush, I don't think it's too difficult. And thankfully, like, I'm able to somewhat keep up with my chat. So, usually no. Yeah, it depends on what I'm doing though, because whenever I'm doing stab content, I can just like blah, 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 while doing this because it's like autopilot. But whenever it's like soldering and working with like hot metal, hot stuff, then yeah, yeah. A lot of it is like autopilot. Some of it is like I still do have to focus, but I tell chat and they know. Thankfully, I've only had a few instances of people saying like you take too long, but I'm vibing. I'm having fun. Did you see Sakura from La Seraphim got like a super expensive ring from a fan? That's crazy. And he was like, don't ever accept a proposal from someone who gets you a ring less than the value of this one. Yeah. I think most people come on Twitch know it would be a slower pace. Yeah. Like if I'm streaming on TikTok, that's a little different. I like, you know, people just want to hear the sound test, but yeah, Twitch is long form, so usually people are more understanding. Soy? Patty, it's been 0.754 seconds. Please respond to your comment. What comment? Your beige one? Yeah, I think I do chat less when I'm plating up, but like with plate up, at least I'm like stream of consciousness. I'm also like I have to call out orders. We're doing our Labubu pop-up. I wish I could like send you guys samples of the drinks to be like, what are your thoughts? Labubus, yeah, we're doing a Labubu themed pop-up. People never watch Low Stack Build Stream if you think you take long. That's true, but like Ryan is a very good talker, right? And he also doesn't talk about IUDs, which freak people out. And people like listening to Ryan talk. I think Ryan is the type of person where you can't help but to like admire, right? Yeah, exactly. You know, people will joke about it, but ultimately Ryan is he's very charismatic and people like listening, and you know, a lot of people admire him too. So yeah, I mean Teha stopped streaming, but Teha, I don't think Teha was ever really meant to be like, not maybe not meant, but you know, he just never had that like drive. How do I say it? He blew up for the right reasons, but I think he just didn't have that mentality to like stay in the spotlight, you know? And if you've ever met Teha, like, yeah. I mean, and not everyone wants to like always be in the spotlight. And plus, you know, being in the spotlight all the time it can be exhausting, you know? Like you might not ever get like the privacy you want. Oh shit, hold on. I need to break off these tabs real quick before I forget. That would have been awkward. I think Teha was the right person to become like the #1 in keyboards. But I don't know if he ever thought that of himself, if that makes sense. I don't know if he ever wanted that either. I think once he got there, he was just like, eh. There was a big YouTuber that, you know, after it happened, ended up just like retiring. Jenna, do you guys know Jenna Marbles? Or not anymore. They're gonzo. Yeah, but it's still hard, you know. And having that pressure of being like, you know, the top one, the most well-known one. I don't know. You could tell he wasn't like into it. And plus like bigger streamers, they are messy. I don't know if you guys know this. There's a lot of shit up there. Um and once you're kind of like in it, I guess it's kind of like jarring. Not to say that I know what it's like, but just like hearing from my friends who are like in it, it's just like it's kind of crazy. Like not only are you dealing with drama from like your inner circle, but then you're also dealing with like weird parent social relationships like outside of it. And I think at times it's honestly can be very dangerous. So, I don't know. It's weird. I just hope Teha is happier where he is now. Even if like he left. Because ultimately in the end, you know, we just hope Teha is happy. IDK what I would do about the parasocial stuff. Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. Wait, couple, you want to change my category? I was getting a lot of, I think, bots yesterday, but I think it's still safe to change it. Thank you. Oh yeah, Joji is Filthy Frank, yeah. I know, Jackson has been doing a lot of interviews, basically, like, being upfront with, like, being an idol and his, like, downward spiral. So it's kind of interesting to, it'll be interesting to see. Oh, hello, Toby. How are you doing? It's so funny because Toby's in Australia. I got to meet him for the first time. And then we somehow ended up in Japan at the same time. Did not get to see him again, but you know, it was just kind of funny. It's like, wow, you're on the other side of the world. Now I'm on the other side of the world. And then it's like, oh, now we're both in some random part of the world. Like, at the same time. What are the benefits of making a keyboard in this way versus just buying one? Like a 3D printed one or a custom one? Because if you're asking about like the 3D printed, it's probably cheaper. And oh yeah, so 3D printed one, it would probably be, you have more customization options because if you're printing it yourself, you could choose like the design, any designs that you want on it versus like, if you just buy one, right? You can still get that customized, but you would have to go to like, you know, a third party or whatnot. 3D printed ones, theoretically, I don't know if they're necessarily cheaper based off, at least based off of like how you're printing it, but at least compared to like aluminum ones, right? They're much cheaper. So it really depends. It's just what you're looking for, how much you're willing to spend. So there's like pros and cons, right? This one is like a test product. So whenever Yugs and I were designing a one-off for someone, he designed it and then he actually 3D printed the case to check for filaments. And so that is an example to like these can be used as like test products, which is what this one is. So if you are designing it, right, getting a 3D printed prototype is significantly cheaper than getting like, you know, an hour prototype. Do you ever 3D model keyboards designed yourself? No, so I'm more of a stacked acrylic type of girly, but if you guys are new here, my name is Patricia, or xinxinwong XXW, and I actually build and review custom keyboards for vendors, designers, companies, brands, and so this is an example of one of the keyboards I'm building for a designer to just make sure it's all working correctly, etc. I don't think there's any plans to sell this, but this is just a test for hybrid products. Yeah, he does. So I don't actually 3D print. I don't have room for that, unfortunately. I would love to 3D print, but I actually asked my friends to do it for me. They send me the boards. They're like, please review it. Please make sure everything is like working, or like, please, you know, talk about it and review it. And that's what I do here. In terms of like actual design though, I don't have the time or the money to be frank. It's expensive prototyping. Yeah. Mostly what I do is, you know, figure out, or I'll explain to people, like, I'll show people how to build it, and also, you know, any build complications or things that I think are like worthy to like point out. I also build keyboards for clients. So for example, like, you know, say you want a new keyboard, but you don't even know where to start. And then you buy one and it's very expensive and you don't want to mess anything up because of like how much you spent on it. Then you can actually reach out to builders like myself and we build it on stream, right? For that reason. Or if you built like a bajillion keyboards and you're like, I'm lazy, you can also send it to a builder. Like, I have a few people who are like hardcore keyboard enthusiasts, but they're just like overbuilding. So they're like, hey, Patty, you want to build it? Like, all right, sure. What is this foam bit for? Fat-free water. I'm assuming this might be for... I don't know, I'll ask if fat-free water is listening. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, okay. These, right? You're talking about these and this. Yeah, because you didn't print it out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Got it. Got it. Sometimes building a board can be put off by not having the tools for it. Yeah. Yeah. And plus, it's like, if you don't plan on building like multiple keyboards, investing in, for example, like soldering tools can be a large investment, especially if it's only going to be used like a few times. So it might just be better to find someone who has the tools to do it for you so you don't have to like invest in it, you know? So it's like 3D printing. It's like, well, I want to 3D print this, but this is the only thing. So do I just buy a setup for myself or do I like, you know, just find someone to do it for me real quick? It's kind of the same-ish. Hello, Kiss. Oh, that's really pretty, but it's also very bright. Oh my gosh. My eyes! Awesome tattoo just came across your stream. Love keyboard building streams. Yeah, welcome in. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. The power of the sun, I know, right? Flashbang. Yeah, so this is a 3D printed keyboard. How long have I been streaming for? Ooh, that's a loaded question. So I've been streaming for about 8 years total, like on and off. I started taking this more seriously about 4 years ago. I got into keyboards about 3 years ago, and I've been streaming since. So I find it hard to get set up. Like my keyboard building setup. Yeah, I've actually written a blog. I've written a post about like the transition, but if you're interested in that, let me see. Let me find my website real quick, and I can show you the blog post so you can kind of see how my setup changed over the years. My most recent iteration, yeah, my most recent iteration is like, it's pretty decked out, I'd say. But it's like, I made investments and I've been using it. But let me show you this. So like my total setup here is about, you know, 1600. But my first, at least keyboard setup was like $80. Here. If you wanted to read like how I built my setup for keyboard streaming and how it like evolved over the years. Patty, do I think you should go blonde? No. I think you should do a half and half. Can I play a song on Via? No. I can play random sounds in that song. I think you should do a half and half, and then if you like it, then go full blonde. That's not something I've ever thought of before, really. Yeah, you should try it. Like, so my hairstyle, okay, so I'll show you. So mine is called the Peekaboo hairstyle. So if you look in the back, right, it's the black and then it's a blonde underneath. So whenever you do this, then you can see like all my blonde parts, right? But you can do this to kind of, yeah, it's colored underneath. But you can use this to make sure that it looks good on like your skin tone. And also, it's a good test run to see if you're ready to commit to dyed hair, okay? Because if you go blonde and you don't do it correctly and you know your hairstylist doesn't use the correct formula, your whole head is ruined. Okay? So doing this is like safe. It also looks really good. And there's also like cool hairstyles you can do. So for example, like when you clip, it like does a swirl. When you do like, you know. So I think instead of going full blown out, you should do like a half and half first, right? Or you could do like, so look, it's kind of neat because if I fold my hair a certain way, you can see if I fold it a certain way, you can see there's like less blonde poking out. But then if I like do it another way, you can see there's more blonde. It's kind of cool. Also, my hair is really greasy right now, so it's probably not a good rep, but yeah. So I would actually do a partial dye before you fully commit. Or don't go like full on blonde first, because that's a lot. And you have to take care of your hair differently, and your hair will start to fall out and break. And if you're not used to that, it's also going to feel different, because looking at the pictures, your hair looks like... Let me look. Yeah, imagine your hair, but it's like... I want to say like crunchy, but basically crunchy. So you either need to get it like professionally dyed, and then you need to learn to like use certain products. And that's why I say like doing like half and half will kind of give you like a test drive to see if it's something you want to like commit to. These are the Sioux color here. They're from Uniqueys. Here you go. These are sick because they came with a little fidget thing. It came in a tin box and it also came with a little fidget thing. I gave it away though. Well, I would see if there's like some kind of thing that you can like look at yourself before you go full blonde. Thanks for the follow. Nice to meet you too. Thanks for stopping by. I don't know. I feel like if well, I have a question. Are you a low maintenance type of person, or are you like 12-step skincare routine? Because if you are, then more power to you. But if you're just like, what the? Soap and water, done. Then going from that to like dyed hair is like, oh brother. I do skincare. Okay, I mean, if you want, you can, but just be careful. Let me put this weight back on. But here's the thing, is if you bleach it, the entirety of your hair texture will change. So if you're used to how your hair feels right now, it will be completely different. Because you're bleaching, you're essentially, yeah, you're frying it. Forever, not forever, but at least until it grows out. But it definitely will change your hair texture. I think if you want to get your hair dyed, I think it's not even Koreans who are like the king when it comes to hair. I think it's Japanese. Japanese people and their hair care is like top notch. Yeah, I have, yeah. But that's what I'm saying, like, Japanese hair care I think is like supreme. Korean, I would say it's like more makeup, skincare, but I don't know, Japanese hair product just like hits different. Yeah, I'd do that. Plus, it's like getting your hair done in Asia is better because they already know, like, you know, Asian hair texture versus like here, it's like a little different. Oops, I forgot to put this over here. Plus, they have like the hair products that not only make your hair like super soft and nice, but also smell really good. Like, they've mastered like very subtle like smells. It's amazing. Thanks for the follow. I was gonna dye my brows the same color too. Like blonde? Wait, really? Dang, you're going all out. Why don't you just use like colored eyebrow gel? Elvin. Elvin, you're fashionable, right? Alvin, thank you for the tier 3. Oh my god. You can get colored eyebrow gel. Just do that. There's a brand called Rom and they do all colors. So I'm a casual. Okay. I wanted to get your opinion on something. I'm trying to pick an Adidas jacket, but I don't know what color to pick. Oh, Eric, thank you for the Prime. Are you back from your travels? You freaking globetrotter, you. Anytime I see Eric's stores, it's like, oh, he's in Japan. Oh, he's like, you know, it's like, oh, anytime there's a story, oh, he's somewhere new. Alvin is shirtless at home type? That sounds like my dad. Thanks for Prime, Eric. How are you doing? Japan, Korea, rinse and repeat, yeah. That sounds like Kanto Men. Let's see. Oh, just a casual trip to Bali for a wedding, a little bit of Hong Kong sprinkled in. You know, why don't we just toss in Taiwan as well? Like, what the frick? Like, okay. What color? What cooler? Drag his ass, Maddie. What color? I wish. What goes good with... Oh! You guys, I managed to grab a base kit of Atomic Purple. I won't say how I got it, but I did manage to get a set, so... Thanks for the follow. Yeah, only 2 colors, yes. Blue one! I feel like that's more you. Midnight Rainbow? I'm surprised Alvin gave me a real answer. Hello, objective. Hold on. Hi, baby. Hello. Oh, hello. Hello, baby. See you later, Zitch. I knew it. You knew what? How come every time Objective sees fat-free water, he always asks him about a mouse? What did you promise Objective? What's going on? I haven't used Miquelon very often because it's on my Alto. I've just kept it on there. You know what keycap set I'm gonna buy later? He's gonna be mad at me because I didn't buy it during group buy, but I didn't buy Cosmos during group buy, but I will. You didn't have me? Or you mean Objective? Me? Oh. Thanks for the follow. Wait, I think I've seen you talk about it in your chat. In your Discord, I should say. Like you're waiting on protos and stuff. Wait, really? Were they coming out the number 2? Alright, sorry, Mike. I like you, but I like rainbows a little bit more. And on top of that, glittery rainbow? Like, oh. Hi, Kim. You have any thoughts about the Final Fantasy Classic TKL? I've only seen the back. Wow, that looks nice. I think there was like talks about me getting sent a Kiko, but I was never reached out, so I'm sorry for those who were like, when are you getting it? I don't think I'm getting it. I haven't heard anything about it. Oh, the Final Fantasy escape is like, you don't have to use it? I mean, the F-row kind of throws you a little off because it goes from like multicolored to singular colors to like artisans. But I mean, I feel like if you really like Final Fantasy, you would probably be like, whoa, this is sick. Oh, okay, you can swap it out? Oh, then that's fine. That's fine. You know, it's cool they added all the class symbols, and they give you artisans. And you don't even have to use them. Wait, what's wrong with this? I think it's sick. I think if you like Final Fantasy 14, I think it's fine. It doesn't force you into the F-row. It doesn't force you into novelties. Like, yeah, sure, font is probably not aesthetically pleasing, but it's not meant to be like, it's meant to be the same font they use in Final Fantasy. So, I think it's cool. I'm not like a Final Fantasy player myself, but I think it's cool they followed as much of like in-game thing. Because you would look at ask Kiss, look at this. Kiss, what's your thoughts on these keycap sets? As a Final Fantasy player. Don't you think it's neat? In case of Fortnite of keyboards, yeah, I think so. Couple of like, I know so. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say something that might seem like really mean. Thanks for the follow, but have you seen enthusiast keyboards versus non-enthusiast keyboards when it comes to like aesthetics? Like people freaking mix and match keycap sets, okay? Like you might be like, wow, that's fugly. Why would you do that? But for people who aren't into like the custom aesthetic, it's just like, oh hell yeah. You know, I play a tank, slap on that tank, you know? I used to do that too, right? Like, I'm gonna show you right now. I'm gonna show you right now what my keyboard used to look like. And you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck was wrong with you? But to me, I was like, this is cool. This is sick, you know? Let me find it quick. Oh. I'm trying to find picture. Like, Insty. Or anyone, look. Like, you know, my novelties are all mismatched. There's like 3 different types of keycaps on there, non-matching artisans, but you know, I looked at this, I was like, this is fucking sick, you know, this is great. Yeah. So, as someone who has not been like molded by the custom hobby, like I see that and like I'd be like, oh, that's sick, you know? Okay, I'm gonna show you guys my very original. Okay, hello, Spim Keebs. Like, you guys are gonna be like, what the fuck was wrong with you? This is like. Okay, so back then, I used to only use Filcos. Check that out. That's the Filco OEM keycaps mixed with DSA Astrala keys with a escape and enter artisan key. Like, to me, like this was sick, okay? I'm mix matching different profiles. I got different artisans, like So for me saying this, like it doesn't faze me at all. I remember my roots, okay? But I'm telling you, like that's the kind of stuff I was into. So as a normie saying that, I'm just like, fuck yeah. Good for them. Oh yeah, I love folk clothes, so. I like a lot of things about the keyboard, not enough to get it. Think it's neat, yeah. That's fine. Normie. Hello, Rufio. Hello. What about this build? Oh yeah, Tyson made me do that. That's Tyson. That's not me. Where's trays in the game? Yeah, GMK's trays definitely leave something to be desired, but you know, it is what it is. Am I missing a key? Am I? Oh, it's right here. I mean, you could eat them, but they're not even like the good type of like cardboard. Like, good type of cardboard that I think is acceptable to eat are like the Dairy Queen cones. Like, you know those cones are, they're basically just like cardboard texture. But it's like, that's the only acceptable cardboard I will eat. These, not so much. I'm gonna just do 1, 3. It's not even the LV of cardboards. And before you guys are like, how do you even, like, how can you even make that comparison? Like, you think I have never bitten into a GMK tray? I have. There's a video on it and everything. Okay, so definitely not tasty. Yeah, meat is like straight up like. Notice how nobody's asking you how you know? Yeah, it's because everyone has done it before, right? Like, I'm not alone in this. One look at Patty, you're like, yeah, that fits. That's not true. I'm a very, very distinguished, sophisticated individual. Okay. Sometimes, you know, I might not seem like it, but... Yeah, I got trays for days. If I was locked in here, I'd survive. Would you guys? I want to do the artisans. Maybe I'll do like this black one. I like another. I guess I like this one. If trapped, would you eat a pet to survive? No. Absolutely not. I think if anything, they would eat me first. Let's be real. don't have like that many. Hold on, I do have a black artisan, black rainbow artisan. Grab it. Wait, where is it? Oh, it might be on a different keyboard. Oh, I can use this red one. I can use this red one. Wafer sheets? No, I don't know if I've eaten a wafer sheet. Have I? Oh, Kit Kats? Oh, then yes, I have. But like, you can buy it by itself. I went with fruit to Costco's. I want you guys to know that I passed up the box of Gushers this time around. I thought about it. I wasn't done with my first box. I've been slowly eating them. And I was like, well, me. Yeah, but I feel like saying like Miklon at home and you do this, that's unfair because this came out first. Like when you say it like that, that would imply that like Miklon came out and then they came out with like a cheap knockoff that you have at home. Right. But this actually came out first before Miklon. So this is actually Miklon is Midnight Rainbow at home, theoretically. For those who didn't know. Yeah. The keycap set, I should say. This came out first. These are like just one of the older like GMK sets. But yeah, this came out first. Yeah, he's running against Soon, and apparently he's gonna have sparkles. He's gonna have sparkles! Anytime I get a black keyboard, I always use Midnight Rainbow. I love Midnight Rainbow. Cosmo? Yeah, I think... Well, so... Is it similar to Cosmo? It's close, but I don't know if it's gonna be the same. Have to ask. Jay teased it on his stories. Clears yet? I don't think so. I think the translucent has only been PBT fans. They've done like relegionables, kind of. Theme for GB. Okay, so let me mute. Alright, so this is a 3D printed keyboard. It does have an aluminum backweight. We're using HMX 2 color R2 switches, and this was a bottom mounted carbon fiber plate. No foam. Yeah, and this is GMK Midnight Rainbow. Oh, hello, thank you for the raid. Thank you. Just in time for the sound test. This is a 3D printed keyboard. Hello. Hello, Manic. Also, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. You want wood? But free water. I recommend joining their Discord. So this is a test product. This is what they're going to be using for experimental builds, hybrid builds, moving forward. But if you're interested and you want to learn more about it, I would recommend joining their Discord. But yeah, this is 3D printed. This is aluminum. The back weight is also aluminum, but everything you see here, 3D printed. Looks like an alloy board, but it's not. And I will show you guys. Turn this off. Okay. I gotta. Oh, okay. I see. All right. So thanks for the raid. If you're new here, my name is Patricia. I build and review keyboards as well, and I also play a lot of games. Today we're building and we're checking out this test keyboard from Fat Free Water sent it to me to build it for a friend of his, and yeah, we're just checking it out. But 3D printed, so I think it's in the build command, but yeah, PLA, it's polished, primed, and then painted black. So this, like, 3D printed, right? So the board is based off of the Avalon, which is a pre-existing design that they did, but the board itself is 3D printed. The plate is not. Plate, I'm pretty sure it was the Avalon from the Avalon, right? This is aluminum, but you can see it has like a little badge. 65% with a left-hand XT column, and then you got a small exploded macro column with a badge. There's an arrow blocker separating the arrow keys. These keycaps are Midnight Rainbow. The case in the front does have this like little cherry lip. And for 3D printed, like, I'm usually used to seeing things that are like more rigid when it comes to like 3D printed, but a lot of these have been like smoothed and polished out, but it even has like this nice front lip. And then here you can see the side. So once again, you see like this little lip right here. And you'll see the corners of the board are actually curvy as well. So here's the back weight. So here you can see, right? So there's like slight warping right here from the case, but it does use 4 case screws, right? And this is by no means like a production run. This is just like a test product to see like how this build will like work out and stuff. But this part is aluminum. And then if you look closely, yeah, you can see that this has been milled. You can see the milling lines to make it more matte. And then this is not enamel filled, this is etched. Like it looks like laser etched on. Yeah, so when you look at it closely, at first glance you'd be like, oh, alu keyboard. But when you look more closely, like then you'll see like, oh, you know, yeah, I can see the warping. But the neat thing about this one is that all the screws are threaded. And then if you can't really see it now, but you can see there's like gaps too. I think having this aluminum weight makes it like more hefty, so it weighs it down, right? Does it feel pretty light? It is light. It is light, but just having this alone like definitely gives it more heft. But I can open it and show you guys. Oh yeah, you could. Where is it? I mostly want to show you guys the internals of the board because there have been some design choices that Fat Free explained, but I think it's really cool and I'd like to talk a little bit more about it. But yeah, this is the nicest 3D printed board I've seen. I haven't built any except for this, but I've typed on a few, right? Oh my goodness. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. So the good thing is that all these screw points are threaded, right? And then if you're wondering like what's the price point for something like this, I unfortunately don't know the answer to that. But I wish I did. But I don't think there's any plans to sell this. It's more like, hey, yo, look what we can do. And maybe in the future, you know. Oh, there you go. Cost me 150 bucks. There you go. So it is bottom mounted, but you can see right here, right top case. Here you can see where it was broken off from like the 3D printing. The badge is screwed on as well. And this is very smooth, right? Here's where you would feel like the more raw material, and then here has been smoothed out a lot. Bottom mounted, but this is not the cool part. I'm going to show you guys the bottom case. So I asked why the bottom case was designed the way that it was, and that's because, hey, no, sorry, I'm talking to my cat. Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. I was told that it gets really hot, so the more holes makes it least likely to warp. But it looks really cool, and I thought it would potentially affect the sound, but you guys heard how it sounded. Granted, with like the weight and with the holes in it, it could also change based on like if you have a desk mat or not. So I wonder if it is, but like in terms of like the acoustics on a desk mat, it sounded fine. Okay, so it does use JST, so you gotta be a little careful, but check this out. Look! This is the bottom. So here's where I was talking about like the gaps you can kind of see. like right here, but it pretty much becomes like more visible once you put the case on. Here you can see the holes in the bottom case. This bottom case, I think, is the real piece of artwork. Top case is cool, but this bottom case, I think, is where all the magic happens. Because not only do you have these like wedges to make it so that instead of this like standing up like that, this is angled like inwards, and you have these ledges to kind of give it more support, right? So you have 4 of those wedges right here to kind of give you that incline. And then you have all these holes, which is for, you know, making sure that nothing warps. But in terms of affecting the sound, it didn't really, right? Maybe it would sound different if you filled in all the holes, but I thought maybe it would make it sound like hollow. I thought it sounded fine. And then if you look right here too, so it's not just like a flat, right? You can see it slants down right here. Whoop. Right, and this is just, I'm assuming this is cause like the stabilizer. Oh, hello, Meepergon. Hello. Yeah. And then here are the standoffs for the external weight, right? And then these have all been threaded. And then this is also, you know, just in case, like warping or it didn't like, wasn't tight enough too, so. Yeah, this is where all the magic happens in my opinion. 8 mounting points for on the top, 4 on the bottom. There's no actual sidewalls. So, cool! I'm not sure if these gaps are intentional. That's a fat-free water question. But these holes, like in general, are intentional. So, oh yeah, so there you go. But if you're worried about it, like, affecting things, did we get a clip? There's a clip so you can hear how it sounds. If we were to produce it, we'd have the CNC fab match the molded. I see. But yeah, so these holes in general are on purpose, and I guess the tolerances between these two, it's just, they couldn't get the tolerance down. Thanks and follows. But yes, if you guys are interested in seeing products like this in the future, Fat Free Water has a Discord. Project W is like their little hub of designers. Would recommend joining their Discord. So I built other keyboards by some of the designers there. So like what is it? The Santoriu being the most recent. So would recommend joining that if you're interested in this. But I don't think there's plans to run this one exactly, but if you're curious about the process and you want to know more about how to do something like this, Fat Free Water or their Discord is the place to ask. I'm just the messenger.